Hey there, welcome back. Today it is Hollowback Pincha. I think it's one of those pretty pose, and hopefully it feels good in your body as well, not just a pretty pose. Hollowback Pincha requires a lot of open shoulder and strength of your shoulder as well, so it's not just open but controlled as well, and your ability to open up the lumbar spine, so creating anterior tilt of the pelvis, but at the same time keeping the hip flexor and the core active. As you know, we do a lot of hollow back shape, and this engages the core, so it's just really keeping that engagement of the core at the same time as you open up the spine, the thoracic spine, and your ability to stick the butt back, so anterior tilt of the pelvis. Lots of strength on our hip flexor as well. That's what we have been working quite a lot in this program, so I hope that you're feeling good. And of course, everything comes through practice. I'm giving you all the tools and awareness that you can use to build your practice so that eventually you'll be able to access the pose. Everything comes with practice, but not just constantly practicing. It's about building awareness and also working with the nervous system. When we work with the nervous system, we know what our nervous system like, our progress will be quite instant. That's how beautiful and magical our body that we live in. So let's get started. Let's begin warming up and opening up our shoulders. Invite you to grab your block, placing the block like so, palms together. Then bring the elbow in, squeezing, externally rotating your shoulders. And then begin to lift the elbows up. And try not to bring the block down. Keep the block and the forearm completely aligned towards the ceiling. Now, from here, begin to circle your shoulders. Circle the shoulders opposite direction. Keep pulling the ribs in. All right, release the block and just wiggle the shoulders. Now, bend the right elbow behind the back. Internally rotate the left shoulder. If you can take the bind, grab the bind. If you don't have the bind, you don't have to, but the intention is there. Now bring the right shoulder back without flaring the spine. See if you can keep the ribs in as you circle now again the shoulder, but with the elbow. Find the focal point. Circle the shoulder or the elbow opposite direction. Ribs in, and then release. Circle the neck. Let's move on to the other side. Externally rotate your left shoulder. Bend the elbow and bring the arms back behind you. Internally rotate the right shoulder, bend the elbow. If you can get that bind, get that bind. And then, if possible, begin to circle the elbow. Ribs in. Circle the elbow opposite direction. Ribs in. Okay, release. Gently circle the shoulders. Okay, grab your blocks. Place the blocks like so. Give yourself enough space. Then bring your knees back. Bring your elbows on top of the blocks. Drop the chest down. Align your knees onto your hips. And then bring your fists away from each other. Round the upper back as much as you can as you depress the chest down. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Come out of the pose for a moment. That is not easy. So what we're trying to do is creating an active external rotation of the shoulders as we open up the shoulders, as we flex the shoulders. Okay, elevation, this is flexion. Okay, let's do that one more time. Option to bring the blocks higher if you wish, more opening. Again, we're not forcing ourselves, we're meeting ourselves where we're at. It feels there's challenge, but at the same time, no pain. Okay. Now prepare yourself, bring your elbows on top of the blocks. Bring your knees back. Drop the chest down for a moment. Okay, bring your fists away from each other. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you might notice sometimes there's some imbalance in the body. My right shoulder, my right ankle is off because of a previous accident or history of accidents which I'm working on. So you'll notice all these things, a sense of an imbalance that maybe perhaps you'll need to adjust your body with. And anyway, let's do that again. This time, we're gonna do thumb push-ups again. So look at your thumb. Slowly bring the thumb to the tip of the nose. Keep staring at your thumb. So bring your thumb to your third eye this time. Eyes on the thumb. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, hum it out, bring it to your third eye. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, bring it to your third eye. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, bring it to your third eye. Close your eyes, breathe. Okay, let's test that out again. Maybe it'll feel different on your shoulder. Remember, convergence of the eyes promotes flexion, and that's what we're doing with the body. We're creating flexion on the shoulder. So walking your knees back, dropping the chest down, let it be passive for a moment. Okay, this feels much better for my shoulder. Now bring the elbows, fist away from each other. Hold it here. Round the upper back, tuck your pelvis, keep sinking the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whee! Come out of the pose. Take a moment. Just by doing the thumb push-ups, for me, my right shoulder felt much better because before there was kind of a little bit of discomfort. But yes, after thumb push-up, feeling much better. Maybe you felt a lot more open in your shoulders for you, or maybe you can sink your chest a little bit deeper. So again, sensing that, any changes at all. Okay, now we're gonna do one more round of shoulder opening. You can bring your palms together now, squeezing the elbows towards one another. Elevate the shoulders up towards your ears, and then depress the chest down. Tuck your pelvis, round through the spine, but keep pressing the chest down towards the floor. Round, round, round. And then let yourself arch.
Again, round through the spine. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Externally rotate the shoulders, ribs in as you press the chest down, opening the shoulders. 2 and 1. Come out of the pose.
Awesome. Remove the blocks. Okay, now movement of your hips. Coming into a tabletop position, very simple movement, but we're isolating movement. Round upper back, pushing tall. Begin to tuck your pelvis, begin to create anterior tilt of the pelvis, stick the butt out, and then tuck your pelvis. 10, 9, try not to move your upper back, 8, 7, gaze at one point, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle your hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle your hips opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, press the palms down, bend your right knee, not rounding the spine but squeezing the upper thigh and the lower belly together. Imagine you're holding a towel. If you want, you can also place a towel between that hip, squeezing it tight as you can towards the body. Protract the scapula, pushing the floor away, and just use your hips. And again, don't release the leg. Keep the lower belly connected for 5, 4, 3, keep your knee in flexion, 2, and 1. Stick the butt, round upper back as you arch the lower back. Hold it here, keep squeezing the lower belly and the upper thigh for 3, 2, keep trying to bring your knee a little bit more down without releasing the leg, the connection. And 1, release. You should feel that hip flexor really turning on and sensing and separating the upper back and the lumbar spine. So your thoracic spine and the lumbar spine separately. Okay, bend the left knee into your chest, flex and point your toes. Push the floor around the upper back, use your hips. 5, keep the lower belly and upper thighs really connected. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stick the butt, squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs, hold it here, try to bring the left knee down towards the floor, push the floor for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, so we're going to use the wall now. Again, option to use the blocks. By now, I hope you understand what works best for your body at this moment to find a hold of your pincha. So either palms together or palms down, or use a block between your hands. For me, for hollow back shape, I'd like to have my palms together so it can allow me to create that external rotation of my shoulder and protracting my scapula and pushing through as I open my shoulder. So find your positioning. Again, give yourself enough space against the wall and look between your wrists. Go ahead, kick up into your pincha, and notice if now I'm already arching my back, I'm slouching. So push tall. Now you can bring your legs together, maybe feet apart. Maybe it will allow you to create more more activation on the hips. So right now I'm sinking. I really want to push up. Push up. And now point your toes, begin to bend your knees towards your chest. Now your hips is going to stick back. Just like what we did before, squeezing the lower belly and the upper thighs, and now you start to arch the back. As soon as I do this, I feel like my shoulder starts to open and I'm already shifting the gaze.
Keep the hips back, and then slowly extending one leg, keep it active. Get the hips back, and then extend the other leg if possible. Keep arching the back. Breathe here. Open the shoulders a little bit more, and when you're ready, whoops. I find that I'm way too far from the wall to find my hold. So again, observe that in your body. If you feel that you need to get maybe a little tad, just a tad closer towards the wall to make the wall support you but not hold you. What a lot of people will tend to do is they will collapse all legs against the wall with a straight leg and just dump the lower back down, which is fine if you want to just create more opening on the spine. That's absolutely fine, but you're not engaging the body. You're just completely relying the wall. But with bending your knees a little bit more, keep the hip flexor active as you begin to arch your spine. Maybe at first you want to find that hold before extending your knees to come up into a straight leg, hollow back shape, Pincha Mayurasana. Okay, let's do it together for one more round. Grabbing opposite elbow, interlace your fingers, pull the ribs in. Get that back. So again, don't arch the back for a moment. So squeeze, start to arch the back, sorry. Bringing your knees into your chest. And squeeze it tight. Point your toes, get the hips back. Woo. Get the hips back. Maybe you can begin to shift the gaze. And then you can extend the leg. But if you want to rest, get your feet there, maybe even getting the hips back. You see here, there's no way I can find a hold. I'm just dumping myself. My shoulders are not active. Now it is. But now my hip is not active. I'm just dumping. So getting your knee into your chest is a little bit, you can keep the hip flexor and the lower belly active to find the hold. Explore that now without the wall, but with your knees bent first. You might find yourself opening the body more, and you can find balance more with knees bent for hollow pincha in your first time you practice. Yeah, so let's explore that. But first, let's do some neuro drills. For me, my brain loves air hunger when it comes to this type of practice. So, vision drills first if you like, or you can skip that if that doesn't work for you. But for me, it works, especially with a combination of air hunger. So bring your thumbs out. If you want, you can also heel to toe, but I think that's too much for my brain, as I tried that the other day and it didn't work for me. So look at your thumb, inhale, hum, bring the thumb to the tip of the nose. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, look at your thumb, bring it to the tip of the nose or your third eye. Close your eyes, extend the thumb out. Open your eyes, bring it to your third eye. Close your eyes, air hunger drills, exhale. Hold your breath, do as many squats as you can while holding your breath. Feel your heart beating.
Feel the surge of energy. And the thing about Hollowback Pincha is because your hips are so further back behind you and your legs are hovering, and the fear of falling. I've fallen many times, and maybe I will fall again right now. And the thing is, once you fall, you realize it's actually not that bad. So if you're very afraid of falling, if this is your first time doing it, again, you can place a lot of pillows around you and allow yourself to fall if you fall. But try not to fall. Do your best to focus, not to fall, and see how that turns out. Okay, so let's prepare. Grabbing opposite elbows, palms together. Walk your feet forward, find your pincha hold. So maybe bending one knee into your chest, hopping or stag, whichever works best for you. Now bend both knees, stick your butt back, and then find a focal point. Keep your gaze at focal point as you open the shoulder first. Open the shoulders, keep opening the shoulders, get the hips back. Once you feel the shoulders are open, you can start to extend the legs. Okay, I'm falling. Falling is part of learning. Nothing is perfect, but you'll feel your shoulders super nice with that one. You can also play around with your legs, making those pretty shapes if you like. Let's do that one more round. Again, option 2, keep using the wall. If you're struggling to find balance, again, instead of having your legs straight, bend your knees first and really open the shoulders. Focus at one point. Focus at one point as you open the shoulders, as you get the hips back and arching before extending your legs, and see how that feels. Okay, one more time. This time, let's do some cerebellar activation. Remember, your cerebellum houses 80% of your neurons, improving accuracy, your balance, and your coordination. So go ahead and heel to toe your feet if you like, and then tap your hand back and forth. Not so bad. Switch side, heel to toe your feet. Okay, my right side was a lot better than my left hand. All right, so go ahead. This time I'm going to start with my legs straight. Keeping my legs straight as I drop my hips back. Again, start with the shoulders. I like to keep my gaze, that works really well for me, is to keep my gaze at one point, and I start to open the shoulders, simultaneously dropping the hips back. So it counterbalances the weight from the hips back and the shoulder opening. Okay. If you also wish to add one more, you can look at between your wrist, find a focal point, turn your head side to side. Nod the head up and down. Push tall, ribs in, walk your feet forward. Go ahead and find your Pincha Mayurasana. Either one knee bent or together. Now I begin to drop my hips, I point my toes, I keep my gaze onto that point, I keep dropping my hips as I simultaneously open my shoulder. Keep dropping my hips. And I start to shift my gaze when I feel comfortable. And there we go, I fell. See, it's not so bad falling. So for me, why I fell It's because of my bun is in my way. I struggle to bring my head up and my head got stuck because of my bun. So be mindful of that. If you need to move it, move it. But as you can see, I've fallen. Let yourself fall. Don't freak out when you start to fall, because when you start to freak out, that's when we end up hurting ourselves. Just let yourself drop and you'll realize it's not so bad. Well, that's it for today. If you wish to do one more against the wall, go ahead and give it a go. So again, to find that movement against the wall, again, think of bending your knees first. Well, that's it for today. This is a lot on your shoulder, so let's begin to just internally rotate the shoulder as we've been externally rotating the shoulder, and then just go ahead and grab opposite elbows and just gently roll your head from side to side. I'm slowing down the breath. You can interlace your fingers behind the back, bring your arms away from the body, and just sense that. Squeezing the scapula together. Come back into center. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you understand how to find that alignment into Hollowback Pincha. Again, it's just really about the balance and distributing the balance from your back and the front, which is your head and the back, and your shoulders forward, and then your back going backwards. Anyway, I shall see you on the next class.